What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. Match reaction time. Leeds United 3, Swansea 1. Just got the score prediction wrong by 1 goal. It was a crazy 5 minutes. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but I lost the first 5 to 10 minutes of the stream when the Sky Red button went a bit fugazi. But I seen the Piroe goal. I didn't see our goal conceded, so I can't really speak much on it. I hear that it was Strauch at fault, but till I see, I can't really say nothing, so I won't. But listen, we've got the 3 points today. That's the main thing. I think at this moment in time, we'll check in a bit, but I think Leicester have slipped up tonight. So they haven't got maximum points when it looked like they're on course to get maximum points. Ipswich steamrolled their opponents tonight, but we keep on track. This is what we need. We need a bounce back after a poor performance. The performance wasn't great tonight, was not great, but this is what you need to do when you're not playing well. So I'm happy with the 3 points we got today, but let's get the performance level up a bit, people. Listen, shout out to everyone in the chat today. Yep, Kevin marching on together. Yep, John, nice win. Ryan here, bad start, great finish. I would say so. Duck, this is a point. Championship is so bad if we can win when being so sloppy. That's what you've got to do, Duck. While we've got the players we have, the players like Jorginho, Somerville, we have to take advantage of these teams because this is what, I mean, I've said it so many times, people. When we was in the Premier League, every single mistake we made seemed like the ball was in the back of our net. Tonight, Swansea in the first half in particular, they were the better team football-wise, and I want to speak about that as well, but they couldn't capitalize. And that's why they are where they are in the league. They had plenty of defensive mishaps as well, and we couldn't capitalize on all of them. We should have been a bit more clinical, but that's the difference between the leagues, people. We've got to take advantage of that. Lord Sheargraph, playing bad and winning is a good sign, but let's not push our luck. I like that. I'm with you there, Lord Sheargraph. I'm absolutely with you there. Bubba here, KG rubbing his hand every time Dan James scored. Yeah, well, you know. DJ with another goal. I think the commentator said that's his 4th home goal in a row. Someone correct me if I'm wrong there, but either way, he's on some hell of a streak at Elland Road in the championship. He's doing well. Can't knock him. Cannot knock him. Max H is saying we still owe someone a thrashing. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. Chris Kingy, though, coming in hot and strong. This team can't not go up. Oh, I see. Although Borough will be a much different animal at the weekend. Yeah. That's going to be a much different game. We'll talk about that in the preview, of course. Yeah, John Knox just confirming here that Wednesday did indeed draw with Leicester. I saw it was a Jeff Hendricks last-minute equalizer, man. Crazy. Great win tonight. Someone saying here, Stephen, yeah. I haven't missed any super chats. They'll be started. I'll get to them in just a moment. Jamie here saying, good sign when you aren't playing well, picking up the 3 points. Leicester drawing away. This is the championship after all. It certainly is. Mike Balanoff here, disappointed to still see Firpo, Cooper, and Bam Bam off the bench. Yeah. Look, I just don't know where we're going with this. Look, some of you guys on Saturday thought I wasn't giving Pervader enough credit. Didn't even make a cameo today when we were 3-1 up. And if you're ever going to stat pad, this was the time to do it when we were 3-1 up. Because Swansea, after the second goal in particular, they looked like they knew it was over, you know, in all fairness. But we'll talk about that in just a moment. David here, we will need a lot more energy on Saturday, 100%. Middlesbrough will be completely different to tonight, completely different. And I actually thought Swansea, giving them the credit in the first half in particular, they were making passing movements that I wish that we were seeing today. I thought our midfield was kind of non-existent today. But again, that's another good sign. Ampadu was pretty poor in the first half, but then he comes up with that wonderful ball to Jorginho, who that first touch was majestic, absolutely majestic, and the finish, tuck shops open, wonderful goal. Tom is saying here, Spence to start against Borough. Who knows? He didn't even get no sub minutes today. I don't know. Is he ready? I don't know, because if there was any time to put him on today, it would have been when Nonto and Bamford came on. You know, 3-1 up, give Archie Gray a bit of a break, give Spence some match time minutes in the first team. Didn't happen though, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, it was wonderful. That's what I mean. And he was having a very indifferent game up until then. But that's what we have in this team right now. That is why we have to take advantage of this league this season. Please don't let this go to a second year, because you see all the names you see on the team sheet now. Half of them will be gone next summer due to us having to cut the costs. That's the way it is in the championship. That's why I'm so dead on this being a 1-year loan. Please. Nige D here. I thought Peru. I'm going to try and remember that, people. It's Peru, not Piroe. I thought Peru had a good game overall. I thought this was the highest. I don't know if anyone else agrees in the chat. I thought this was the highest up we've seen Joel Piroe play. He was up front more times today than I can remember. 100%. He was hungry today. You know, he celebrated as well against his former team. Look, you know, it's always funny in football and the football culture, man. When former players score against you, oh, you hate it. But when he does it for your team, everyone's like, yeah, Joe, give it to him. But I tell you, if Joe Piroe moves on, he'll probably celebrate against Leeds. It looks like one of those. But yeah, Joe Piroe, it was kind of written in the stars today that he would score. For me, I think the most common storyline in football is old players going back to their old clubs and scoring. Thankfully, we're the beneficiary of it for once. American Lead saying post-match goal. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Mark is saying here, why didn't he give Spence a few minutes? Why bring on Firpo? To be fair, Byram. Oh, man, that tackle that led to the third goal. Listen, we'll talk about it in a bit. But again, Mark is right, and as a few of you are, it would have been nice to have seen Spence get some minutes and rest Gray and Byram for the upcoming game against Middlesbrough. The game was done at 2-1 in all fairness, but then 3-1, it was a wrap. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Max, I'm with you. On a side note, Sky TV is shambolic. Yeah, even through the Now TV app, which is what I use, it went off. It went to the Sheffield Wednesday game. There was no commentary. I mean, I don't really mind that because I don't really listen to the commentary too tough. But I didn't get it. It was only our game as well. I looked through every other game. Every other game was moving smoothly and fine. Just, of course, the Leeds United stream. It is what it is, isn't it? It's always us, eh? Always Leeds. Lord Geography, I thought Gruev could have come on for Ampadu. He did look a bit leggy at times. That's what I'm saying. I agree. As good as Ampadu's ball was to Jorginho, I thought Ampadu was pretty sloppy in the first half. I thought in the second half he improved his defensive duties, but the first half was very noticeable, and maybe he could have done with a rest towards the end as well. But we seem to have automated changes, don't we, people? I don't know if anyone's noticing, but it's always around the same time. I know Jorginho was just coming back into full fitness, but he came off again at the 69th minute. Then it was Nonto and Bamford together again. I think we need to just, vary it up a little. I don't know. Desiree is saying Bamford had clear, easy chances, but again, and Nick here, just like I'm saying, I said in my previous video, because a lot of you thought I was giving Bamford an easy time when he was offside against Rotherham. But I don't expect anything different, people. If you've been a long time subscriber to me, you know I don't expect anything of him. I'm more surprised when he scores. That's when it's a shock for me. All of this stuff now, it's like, yeah, but you can't keep going at Patrick Bamford at this. You just can't. It's then on the manager. It's up to the club to do the necessary things to make as much effort as possible to move these kind of players on. You can't keep going at them. I say all the time, people, it's like the Tyler Roberts thing. How many times with over 100 appearances for Leeds United, it's criminal that he managed to clock that up in his time here. But how many times can you keep going on saying, what does Tyler Roberts do? He's rubbish. He's ineffective. At the end of the day, it then goes on to the manager for keep on selecting these players. And I just don't expect anything more from Bamford like what you saw today. Somerville set him up nicely. But it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Chris here saying it's not Bamford picking Bamford, people. That's the problem. That's it. That's where I am right now. I know I seem apathetic. It's because I am. Anytime I see the guy, I've got no feeling towards him. I don't have anger, hatred, frustration. I'm just like, when the next window comes around, I hope the club do everything they can to make a deal that can get him out of you, because I think it would be best for all parties. Sorry, that's just where I am. Yeah, Kevin, exactly. A bit like a scratch record. It is exactly 100%. Colin, why doesn't Joseph get a go on the bench? Who knows? At this level, championship level, Mateo Joseph, with his striking instincts, for me, would be perfect in this team. You see all the time with Byram as well, getting his left foot better for crosses. I saw it a couple times tonight. There was no one in that 6-yard box. That's Mateo Joseph's house. That's his wheelhouse. That's where he lives. And I think he would be better here. And if he doesn't, the thing is as well, people, if Mateo Joseph comes on or starts and gives you 8 games and no goals, he's done no worse than Patrick Bamford. Simple as that. Bob T, though, saying minutes for the shot window with Bamford, KG. Well, I tell you what, we might have to close that shop, Bob, because it ain't looking good, bruv. It ain't looking good. But listen, we've won tonight, people. Let's get into my lord. I haven't done housekeeping, man. Thank you for Mr. P, sorry, and John Abbott for the super thanks in the last video. Much appreciated. And thank you to someone that hasn't got a name but stock chart of the day. Much appreciated to you for becoming a member of the channel, and the memberships are in the description if you want to help me out that way. Thank you so much. And please, people, while you're here, please hit the like button. It really is the best way to help out the channel and just make it a bit more visible to a lot more people. So really appreciate you for doing that. Let's go to the starting lineup. There's not many surprises here in terms of what we knew. We knew we had a full team. We knew we had a strong team. The only absentee is literally Stuart Dallas, which is amazing for us when you consider over the past few years all the injuries that we've encountered. How nice is it to have a full complement of the better players, which means that the reduced players, you know, even Liam Cooper getting charity minutes at the end. You know, we got a few minutes at the end just to have a little runabout. But yeah, Strauch and Rodon back together. Joe Rodon, listen, you guys know I am the biggest Joe Rodon guy. I've even done individual videos on him. But even today, his passing in the first half in particular, I don't know what he was doing. He was passing it and it was just going to nowhere. It was going straight back to Swansea. It was very indifferent first half. But unlike the Rotherham game where we got a sucker punch at the end of the first half, we did it to Swansea tonight. That's the way it goes, I'm afraid, for Swansea fans that are listening. And shout out to Damien, who's a Swansea fan that's been tuning in. He's gone to the game today. Hope you have a safe travels back. He did think it was going to be 2-2 if Swansea had scored first. But I told him, when we've had a bit of an indifferent result or performance in the previous game under Farker, we've usually come back in the next game with a vengeance. Now, wasn't quite vengeance today, but we did come back with a win. Mike here saying, KG, thank you for your Bamford opinion. Those were hard chances tonight. I would rather like to keep my trust in Farker's decision. What I will say though, Mike, this is it's a fan channel, and you're going to be seeing a lot of fans' opinions and everything else like that. It's one of those for me where I always think if you only like what the manager likes as an opinion or trust the manager only, then you shouldn't really listen to fan channels, because this is where people will get their opinions out. Much like a pub, you know, people say, he's rubbish, and then someone will say, no, he's good. You know, it's just like that. But I just call it how I see it, Mike. That's all I ever do. No, I can't put that one up. Ray here saying, shout out to my twin brother tonight who was at Elland Road tonight. Also a member of the KG channel. Yeah, shout out to you. That's John, isn't it? Leeds United, John. Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Love it. Love it. I got a bit of a family connection on members now. Deshaun's uncle joined as a member. Love it. Absolutely love that kind of stuff. So thank you so much. Back of the net saying, fair play to Swansea. I thought they were good first half, fade in the second half. I think we are rebuilding after the international break. I hope so, back of the net. I hope it is just a case of two, you know, the first performance against Rotherham was very cocky. I will say that. It was arrogant, thinking we were going to steamroll it. And I tell you, when I was looking at the Rotherham result, Hull City last night raced out into a 3-0 lead, eventually won the game 4-1. That is exactly what we should have done against Rotherham, people. And I was thinking, as Hull were just getting goal after goal, that's how we should have stepped on their necks, but we didn't do it. And I know every game isn't the same in the Championship, don't get me wrong, but that is what we should have done to Rotherham ourselves. But the positive on that, though, is that even in the two low performances that we've had, we haven't lost a game. We haven't lost a game, people, and that's a real positive going forward, I think, really, really and truly. Benny, Izzy Brown played more than Jed. Wait, let Jed just let him cook. Let him cook. When he comes in the team, Benny and everyone else, he's worth the wait, people. He's worth the wait. Let me just get the super chats. I know people think they're starred on this, people. They don't go away anymore. Jimmy saying, imagine drawing to Wednesday, silly Leicester. Yeah, imagine that, eh, Jimmy? William saying, a win I will take. Still really do not understand what Bamford brings that Mateo Joseph wouldn't. Give the kid a chance. Merry Christmas, KG. Yep, Christmas. Yeah, man, listen, a month early, William. I appreciate that. Mr. P saying, PB is in the shot window. Joseph is not. Yeah. And speaking of, by the way, I know it's not Christmas, but I know some people like my horror movie reviews, but I'm just saying, Thanksgiving, if you haven't seen that, go see that film. Lovely. If you like slashers, horrors of that kind of variety, Thanksgiving, Eli Roth, lovely. Yeah, SJ44, 100%. We were the big time Charlies against Rotherham. Yeah. And SST here saying, hats off to Swansea. They came to play. Yeah. Listen, the lineup is what it is. We know how it goes when our strongest team is available. But yes, Swansea, got to give them credit for the first half in particular. The patterns of play that they were doing tonight were really good. And we were struggling with them. Our midfield couldn't cope. And at times, I don't know if anyone noticed, people, but Kamara was up front with Piroe. I don't know what he was doing so far up there. I know that Kamara is box to box, but he was literally next to Piroe at times. But Swansea were really having the better of it. But you can see why they are where they are on the table. That end product isn't there, and they don't quite have that star power at the front of their team to help them out in those positions. Some of the stuff they were playing before was nice, but yeah, you can see why they are where they are on the table. Duck saying, gotta get more chances to Piroe. Only one that has who has composure. Yeah, our composure was off in the first half, a lot of loose balls. But look, people, we actually went into halftime with a 2-1 lead, which is great for how we performed in the first half. Nick, have to disagree, KG. I thought Thanksgiving was a subpar wannabe scream knockoff. Oh no. I mean, listen, everything where there's a group of teens, put teens like that, and a mass killer is going to be a reminiscence of Scream, isn't it? But I don't know, man. Give it another watch, man. I think it came from a different kind of angle. I think there was kind of like 90s, early 2000s, and 80s all mixed. I thought it was good, man. Never know. Give it another go, man. Lord Sheargraph is saying, Scunthorpe, oh, thank you for the super chat, though, Lord Sheargraph, I should say. Scunthorpe are looking to take Bamford on loan. Their tea lady retired last week. Listen, these guys. Shout out to you. Thank you for that. I know, John. I know I can't. The thing is, I can't put half of them up. But this is what you guys are saying now, not me. You know, I've had my pelters for talking about Bamford before. It's time for you guys to take them. Gabo saying here, I'm not towing the party line here. I wasn't impressed. Swansea had chances. It's Dross and Grim from Leeds at times. I don't disagree with that. I don't think that we've hit fifth gear in any game yet. The closest we've done it is Huddersfield at home for one half. And that's what I've said in a previous video. I said, even in that game against Huddersfield where we won 4-1, we should have really won that game 7-8-0. Sounds stupid, doesn't it, saying that now? But we should have done. But the second half, we completely tailed off. So we haven't really had a full game yet where we've been in full gear. I guess Millwall, people would say Millwall's another one, but I mean one where you just show your sheer dominance and you take no prisoners. But listen, it is Vega. You know, listen, let's talk. Piroe's goal today. Nice to see. I don't know how many of you did see it though, because I know that the stream did cut out. But if you go online, you can see Joel Piroe's goal. I think it will be on Sky Sports News. But yeah, Joel Piroe's finished. Somerville taking out 3 players, and I got to say as well, even in that small part where Swansea were on top, Somerville was still our main creator, like he was against Rotherham. He's just on a different planet compared to everyone in this division, really and truly. But yes, Somerville's ball into Piroe just slotted in. That's how you do it, man. That's how a number 9 finishes the goals. No 2-3 touches, just instinct like that. Tuck shops open, 1-1. Lovely goal. We've talked about the Jorginho one. Ampadu, lovely ball up to him. In fact, it was another ball into space that Jorginho put down. And Jorginho, for this time, kept his composure. Lovely to see Georgie on the score sheet, man. He's so good for this team. I know Somerville, I give Somerville the highest praise, but Jorginho, the way that he creates chances as well, he just keeps us in the game. He's something different that a lot of teams in this division just don't have. Absolutely don't have. And the third goal, it was via Jorginho's assist. Dan James getting on the score sheet against his old club. DJ just keeping up his GNA. Love to see it. Keep it up, man. Dan James also had another one off their defensive error where he could have done better, but the shot was a little bit weak. But DJ, keep going, man. Nate, Somerville could play for Madrid. Well, it's all Bellingham there, mate. I know what you're saying. He's a winger as well, just before anyone comes at me. But yeah, Somerville, that's what I'm saying, though, people. And I'm not doing any clickbaity stuff here, but this is why we have to keep up what we're doing in the league. We have to keep in touch with the top 2. We're always talking about adding a player, adding a left back, adding an attacking midfielder, adding another striker if possible. If we're not in touch with this top 2 by the time the window opens, we're not in the driver's seat anymore to keep this kind of player if a better club comes in. Because I don't believe it will just be Burnley, Everton, these kind of clubs after Somerville. I think better clubs would come in for him and would pay the money required. So as long as we're in that conversation in the top two, we keep these kind of guys 100%. I shouldn't say 100%, but I'm going to say I think that we keep these guys because it doesn't make any sense accepting 20, 30 million for them in January when we're getting nearly 200 million in the summer from going up. But if we're not in this conversation, that's when it gets sticky. So please, Leeds, keep this up. Keep this up. SJ44 saying, I think DJ is improving with confidence and Farkas trust. Yeah, and it helps as well, SJ, that he's playing on the wing. I know that I still have reservations about him being a Premier League player long term, but at least in this division and under this manager, he's playing on the wing. I remember saying about him playing up front when Bielsa was here, and it's like, what are we doing? Like, he's not a striker in any way, shape, or form. He's not a striker. Then Jesse Marsh comes in, you think, okay, he's going to put him on the wing. No, 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 my friend. No, Jesse Marsh continued to play him up front. Just wasted. But he's getting chances on the wing, and it's nice to see him. And at this level, he is going to be a threat all the time. Nate here saying as well, Gray is a team player. If he makes a mistake, doesn't phase him. Yeah, Archie Gray's resilience is incredible for me. I thought he was solid enough without being spectacular. But I know the kind of times you talk about, Nate. There was times where he may have lost the ball or made an incorrect pass, but instead of just standing around, handing his head or looking up to the sky, an old favorite out on loan that used to do that a lot, he gets stuck right back in. Gets back in position and does his job. I think his maturity is beyond his years, really and truly. Gabo here saying, yeah, I agree. I think James is good at this level. Rutter and Somerville above this level. I'm with you 100% there. And that's why January, you can come and go very quickly, please. Please. Heel Max is saying, KG midweek win 100. We're doing it, man. We're doing it. Oh, what we got here? Seastone number 37. Did you see Jesse Marsh's new gig is podcasting about the US men's national team? I thought he was supposed to be their manager. Yeah, I didn't know. I know I've seen him on CBS, but I guess that kind of tells you everything you need to know, really and truly. Helvet is saying that DJ is also benefiting from Roden and Purdue in the same team, as well as being playing in his actual position. Yeah, it's a shame Roden didn't get on the score sheet just to complete the ex-Swansea scorers, man. Really and truly. Ryan Burns, Somerville to Madrid. Don't leave me this way. Tremendous. Let's have a look actually at some of the results. This should be it. Yeah. Okay. I've got these up now. Let's just do some results here just to see what's going on around us, really and truly. So yeah, Huddersfield beat Sunderland away. Yeah, great. This was the one yesterday. Unbelievable. Rotherham 4-1. I mean, come on, man. We should have done that. Southampton get a win against Bristol City 1-0. And here's our two main ones that we're always going to be looking at. Sheffield Wednesday, last minute equalizer for Jeff Hendrick against Leicester. Ipswich Town comprehensively beat Millwall today. I mean, it was over in the first half. I think they raced to a 2-0 lead pretty quickly. Ipswich back on track. And now that leaves the table looking like this. So it's not quite as you were because of Leicester's slip-up. And 7 points from them, 8 points from Leicester. We're still in touch, people. We're still in touch. What is everyone saying? Give me some more of your thoughts about the game today, if you will. Let me just get that off. What is that here? That can go off. Just clicking off some stuff, people. Don't mind me. Thank you for that. Right. Scott Lightning here saying West Brom versus Leicester on Saturday, but we've got to keep winning. We have to keep winning. That was the worry when Swansea were getting into the game. And at the time, both Leicester and Ipswich were leading. It's like, no, we cannot afford to drop any more points. But thankfully, the boys came through. Bob T, the title is back on. I'll be real with you, people. I just don't see Leicester doing enough to lose it. I don't. I know they've had a pretty bad result tonight against that Sheffield Wednesday team. It happens to the best of us, people. Anyone can draw against Sheffield Wednesday, but I just feel like they're going to have too much. I know some people are thinking when their players go away on AFCON duty, it may be a different ball game. I don't think so, man. I think they've got enough strength in their team to keep up the pace. There was something else here. Oh, just as well. By the way, just to show you, in regards to players being linked with moves away, Leicester, who are clear at the top of the league, one of their players, Casey McAtee, is being monitored by Premier League clubs. So that's what I'm saying in regards to the transfer window. Just because you're in the top two doesn't mean you're always guaranteed to keep the players. But I can't imagine Leicester letting him go. But that's how you keep your position strong, by staying in that top two or and around it. Gibber here saying where we need to be ready to pounce. Uh, yeah. Just keep in touch with them. Look at the form table, people. I mean, and I know it's just the last five, but we're unbeaten at least in the last five. Ipswich, Leicester have got a couple of blocks on their record lately, but they've fought back. Leicester today with a draw. I know they could have got 3 points. That's their first draw of the season. Incredible what they've done, to be fair. But Ipswich have bounced back with a win. We've just got to keep on doing what we're doing, man, and focus on ourselves as much as we can. Lewis here, transfer signings video incoming. Yes, of course. We'll do that more in December, Lewis. I think that will probably be the best bet. The good thing about it, though, is that unlike in previous windows, Lewis, I don't think we need too much. I just think that we need a couple of things where we can affect the game from the bench. And as you're seeing right now, that's not really happening from the bench. I think Jaden Anthony was the last person to actually register a goal for us from the bench, but I think we need a little bit more quality in depth rather than some of the players that we've got. And I think we do need to move out a couple of players. I think there's some players here now where the futures are probably, it's over for them. I think Joe Gelhart's in that. I think we should look for a permanent move if possible for him to go. I think Charlie Creswell's probably a candidate to leave, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, of course, we will do transfer videos 100%. Stay tuned. Just keep the notification bell on, and we'll go live for those in December. Diggler here saying, I think the players know that we have expectations here and they're up for it. Yeah, I think they 100% know the expectation is promotion. Said it all along. You do not buy the league's top scorer. You don't get in Jed Spence on £1 million loan. You don't bring in Ethan Ampadu to not get promoted. I'm sorry, you just don't do that. If you're looking to just stay calm, stay afloat without spending money, you don't need to do that with the team we had. We weren't bad enough to get relegated, but not good enough to get promoted when we got relegated. But if you're not looking for promotion, you don't sign those kind of players, in my opinion. And of course, Joe Rodon. Let me just see if there's anything here. Just hold on a second. And otherwise, we'll get out of here. Yeah, I think we'll exit this one very soon because obviously we got another preview to do, and then of course we've got the Middlesbrough game to cover. Stevie TV is saying, "Oh God, why did I put that? How bad was Bamford when he came on? He's either blind or purposely shooting it to the stand. He's awful." Stevie, he's not blind. He's awful, but it's just one of those things where he shouldn't be at this football club anymore and shouldn't have been for quite some time. I think it's taken a while for a lot of people to come around and welcome to the party. But I think people are finally seeing it because there were so many people, by the way. I remember when we got relegated, so many people were confident, and you'll know who you were. And I hope that you speak up in the comments, but you were thinking we get relegated, Bamford in the championship will do wonders for us. Speak up, people. Speak up. Let's have a look. Saints' biggest concern for me. I hear it. But while we're in front of them, they've had a couple chances to jump above us and they haven't taken them. There's a reason for that. By the way, their goalkeeper as well, Bazin. I don't know if he's still starting for them, Gavin Bazinu. He stinks. He absolutely stinks. So I don't know if he's still playing for him, but it is what it is. Jack Simpson, Bamford makes me think of that Benzema in the Talmud. He's playing against us. He's playing against us. But in all fairness, look at Vinny Jr. now, one of the best wingers in the world. Can't say that's going to be the same for Bamford, but it is. It is what it is. But yeah, okay, people. We're going to leave this one there. Nice to get the win today. Gotta say as well, just one more time for Sam Byron, that crunching tackle that led to the third goal. Absolutely beautiful. Love to see that kind of stuff. Got stuck in with purpose. Love to see it. We get the win today. 3-1, bounce back after a very disappointing result against Rotherham. 3-1, keep the pressure up on Leicester and Ipswich. And listen, people, I'll be back in the next one for the Middlesbrough preview. Must get another 3 points at home. Pivotal that we keep this pressure on, keep the good momentum rolling. Hopefully, Jez Spence gets some minutes against his former club too, people. Eh? Please, people, hit a like before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Put a notification bell on if you subscribe, and you'll know when I've gone live or uploaded a video. Till the next one, people, peace out.